They say that a quarter of the population in the world is somehow involved in fashion.
We're in Beaux-Arts at Mad Brussels. Welcome.
It's not just clothes. Fashion is a way people think. It's l'air du temps. So it's a moment. Even if you didn't make one more piece of clothing, there will still be fashion. When you have a voice, then it is your duty, but also your privilege to be able to use that voice for people who have no voice. Every word matters.
It's unsustainable to just give money and create this all the time. And we are inspired to create partnership. Being born in New York and having so many people who invested in us, what would that do if we did that same thing there? And didn't do this, but did this.
The cycle of sustainability, we saw what happens when you empower a woman. You know, they would take the money, they would invest it, they would purchase a farm, they would feed their children with the income, they would send their kids to school, and the whole thing would start again, and it was really, really powerful. And in Ghana and many other countries, they were asking us, they were saying, look at what we're doing. You know, can you do more? Can you help us get more orders? Can you help us get in the value chain? How did you do it? It just felt like something we just kind of had to do. It's something they wanted to do, and it's something we do together. And collaborating is really key.
You know, the GDP of the UK for fashion is 3%. If you were to bring that to sub-Saharan Africa, that would equal more than the aid that they receive. That's really powerful.
For me, it is more than women empowerment. It is much more like gender equality. We try to bring them know-how. So, no, I don't give money, but I share my know-how.
This whole microfinancing, for example, is the most one of the most uplifting phenomena that has happened in the last few years. Because you're not giving charity, you're giving people opportunity.
Hi, my name is Elena Souza, and I'm a model backstage from La Camera Fashion Show.
And I am Sylvie from Dior, and we are ready to go for the show.
La Cambre is one of the 2 fashion schools of Belgium.
Hello and welcome to La Camera Fashion Show.
With multiple designers on display, we decided to keep the original soundtrack to which they performed their catwalks.
Over the launch weekend, we have a collection of fantastic Belgian designers. Let's go check them out.
This part of the launch weekend provided us with an insight into the creative spirit of some of the up-and-coming Belgian designers. But we also ventured further afield, visiting existing and well-known international Belgian designers.
Welcome in my atelier showroom. I am Elvis Pompilio. I make art. I like freedom and liberty.
I'm in the workshop of Elvis, the famous Belgian hat designer, and his work is magnifique.
Of course, for IB photographer Dr. Shagufta, this was the perfect place to be, as she usually travels with at least 2 hats. But she wasn't the only one enjoying the offering, and some hats could even be worn in different ways, down, or as seen here, up. What a delightful treat for us all. Elvis is indeed still alive.
Since the last 2 years, we become more and more known outside Belgium.
In the Delvaux store, it's the first designer handbag store in Belgium, and I've got £40,000 in my hand right here.
Whoops, we made a boo-boo. It's actually 40,000 euros, 20,000 euros each. But we did what anyone with such lovely handbags would do. A mini photo shoot. Our favorite being this one, made in purple. Oh, yeah. This fashion trip was a little bit more than tasty food, beautiful smiles, delicious cocktails, and spending time backstage or even front of house with wonderful famous people. It was about vision, ideas, creativity, inspiration, and of course the empowerment not just of women but of men. And so I return for a little bit more.
You understand wherever on the world, also here, because we're talking about Africa, I'm living here. And I see also in this country and in the countries surrounding us a lot of need for know-how and a lot of need to support women. So I want and I prefer first to look to myself in this environment where is still a lot of work, and competence and know-how are a very important tool for a woman or a child, no matter what gender, to fight his right through the world and to become something and to believe in his own strength.
And women are not doing well. I mean, women are not doing well right now. Maybe in our part of the world they are, and I'm not even so sure. But in some places in the world, women are not doing well at all. When I was in boarding school, I had a lot of my friends were from Afghanistan and Iran and places where it was very secular. And now, you know, I mean, they sell women in cages in Mosul, and you can buy them on the internet for 140 euros. You can buy a girl from 4 to 10. It's just really pretty bad, and I think we have to all get together, and we have to believe in it, and we have to believe that we can make a difference, and that we can do things, and then we do.
I'm an actress, I'm an activist, you know, and we're friends, and now we're entrepreneurs and we're businesswomen, and we are working with really remarkable people on the ground who are counting on us. And who would have thought starting a company in West Africa that Ebola would suddenly hit? You can't put that into your business plan. But for so many people who saw that and pulled out, we leaned in because we saw the need even that much more for what we were doing. And that's the exciting part of what fashion and passion and connection and linkages can do. Because sometimes those are negative linkages, but when you reach out and you say, not just help me, they're not just going like this. And the response, what I really love about this is not help me and I'll help you. It's help me and let me help you.
And since a long time we wanted to organize an exhibition on the history of Belgian fashion, because we have a history ourselves with creative industries, but we had to wait for a partner like Med to start co-producing it, because for them they are going to open a fantastic center in 2016, and so it gave us immediately a reason to organize an exhibition for Belgian fashion, a real historical exhibition.
The exhibition, it's a kind of statement, so it's a way to show the innovative progress of the Belgian fashion, and to show how our designers are completely focused on the future.
The exhibition, named The Belgians, An Unexpected Fashion Story, runs from June 5th to September 13th. Spread over a number of rooms at Beaux-Arts in Brussels, it brings together some of the most iconic Belgian fashion designers and themes, delivering an enjoyable experience for any visiting the city with an interest in fashion.
We're here to celebrate the 150th anniversary of our brand Prima Donna. Here you can see a collection of different items, the oldest one dating from the 1920s and the latest one dating from the 1980s. And the whole exhibition will take us through the different periods and evolution of the brand. We're very, very happy to have you here.